Before cities, before language carved itself into symbols, before history learned to remember, there was only survival. Every sunrise was a question, every nightfall a threat. Hunger shaped decisions, cold carved fear into bone, and silence meant danger was near. When the rains failed, bodies weakened. When predators prowled, the slow were erased. One mistake, one broken spear, one missed signal, one moment of hesitation meant extinction. This was not a world built for mercy. It was a world that tested flesh, instinct, and will with brutal precision. Yet, against impossible odds, fragile beings stood upright, stared into the dark, and refused to disappear. This is the story of prehistoric humans, not as primitives, but as survivors fighting an unforgiving planet that did everything it could to erase them. Prehistoric Earth was not a gentle home. Ice ages swallowed continents, droughts turned grasslands into dust, storms arrived without warning, tearing shelter apart. Humans had no walls, no medicine, no forecasts, only awareness and fear. The land dictated life. Seasons were tyrants. A harsh winter could wipe out entire groups, not through violence, but through silence and cold. Survival depended on reading the environment like a living language. Clouds, wind, animal movement, all signs that meant safety or death. Food was never guaranteed. Prehistoric humans lived between hunger and hope. Hunting was dangerous, exhausting, and uncertain. A failed hunt meant weakness. Weakness meant vulnerability. Spears were thrust by shaking hands, not from fear, but exhaustion. Gathering roots, berries, and insects required knowledge passed through generations, what healed, what poisoned, what sustained. Every meal was earned through risk. Every bite carried the memory of starvation narrowly avoided. Humans were not apex predators, they were prey. Saber-toothed pats, cave lions, giant hyenas, and mammoths dominated the land. At night, glowing eyes circled camps. The sound of breathing in the dark could freeze blood. Survival meant vigilance. Sleep was shallow. Firelight flickered against fear. Humans learned that unity frightened predators more than strength ever could. Alone, they died. Together, they endured. Then came fire. Not just warmth, but power. Fire pushed back darkness. It softened food, hardened tools, and expanded time itself. Nights became safer. Stories were born in the glow of flames. Fire was protection, weapon, and teacher. It reshaped biology. Cooked food fueled bigger brains. Fire didn't just change how humans lived, it changed what humans could become. Survival was collective. No one survived alone for long. Tribes shared food, protected the injured, and mourned the dead. Bonds formed stronger than instinct. Cooperation became evolution's greatest weapon. Elders held memory. Children carried the future. Compassion, once a risk, became an advantage. Those who cared survived longer. Humanity was forged not only by struggle, but by connection. Stone blades, bone needles, woven traps, each innovation was a response to danger. Tools were extensions of thought. Adaptation meant intelligence, experimentation, failure, and learning. Humans didn't overpower nature, they adapted faster than it could destroy them. With every sharpened edge, extinction stepped back. For hundreds of thousands of years, humanity stood on the edge of disappearance. Entire species vanished. Humans nearly joined them multiple times. Yet, each crisis shaped resilience. Migration, adaptation, and cooperation carried them forward. Survival wasn't guaranteed, it was earned again and again. The struggles of prehistoric humans are not relics of the past. They live within us, in our instinct to adapt, in our need for community, in our refusal to surrender to extinction. Today, the threats are different, but the story is the same. Humanity survives not because the world is kind, but because we endure. From firelight to cities, from stone tools to stars, we are still fighting the same ancient battle: to exist, to adapt, and to continue forward together.